Hello everybody, it's Suffolkblue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to our Attack of the B Team Minecraft Let's Play series. Before we start, I would like to send a shout out and a thank you to Powley52 for his awesome video response to my last episode. It's fantastic just to have subscribers watch anything I do, to be frankly honest, and I know I don't have many yet, but it's just fantastic that you do, and it's fantastic that you took the time to make that awesome video. If you haven't seen it, it is back on the previous episode. Go and have a look at all of the stuff that Powley52 has been doing. Some incredible technological stuff that he's been doing, which is really good part of the Tech It stuff. I promise you, Powley52, I promise, there will be technology in my game soon, I promise. The only difference is that I like to make my technology move and blend in with my building, so rather than have it on the inside or, you know, have pipes showing and stuff, I try and hide as much as I can to have it as hidden as possible, as blended in as possible. Minions are coming. I have a very, very, very big project for the minions. Don't you panic. Let me just change into a bat. I don't know why I hit that button. Let me just change into a bat. I have a big plan for the minions. That's coming in a future episode. A little way off yet, though, I'm afraid, but we have got them earmarked to do some real proper grunt work. So thank you again, Powley52, for that video. Please, if you haven't had a look at it, guys, go and have a look at it. It's fantastic. It's on my previous video. In the comments, there's a link there. What are we doing today? Right, well, we've got this huge map space here. We finished off everything else, but we haven't as yet sorted our ores out. So now is the time that we fill in this room. We get this room into an industrial room rather than a giant empty building that it is at the moment. We're going to put in our industry. We're going to put in our pulverizers. We're going to put in our pipe work in this one. Still staying with our conveyor belt system though, predominantly. We're going to put in an auto pulverizer, an auto red stone furnace to cook up all those dusts, and by doing that, that does mean, and I know, before everyone says it, I know I've got a Tinker's here. I know I've got a Tinker's here. I know I don't need to do this. But I sort of do, because it is just awesome. So I'm going to be pulverizing stuff. I'm not going to be losing that extra ingot, because I will get 2 dusts, so that's fine. I'll be pulverizing, we'll be redstoning, we'll be using a lot of redstone energy. This system over here is going to need an overhaul. I will do that off camera, but we are going to have to look at our power supply, because although we have loads of power at the moment, these are all leadstone energy cells. We need to look at upgrading. We need to get ourselves into the modern century. We're sticking with steam, and we are going to build potentially a lumberyard next time after this, or it could possibly be an agriculture. Just depends on what you people think. So far, lumber has the votes, so we're looking like we're going to be building an auto lumberyard. And actually, that's one of the things in Powley52's response video that he talks about, because he's built, so go and have a look at that. Some of those ideas, in fact quite a lot of those ideas, will be brought across into our lumberyard, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So what are we going to do in here? Oh, exciting. I love starting this sort of thing off. What we're going to do is I'm going to build all of these things in here in such a way, and picture it in your minds, and then we'll start building it through. Stuff's going to come out of here. All of the ore stuff and silicon and all that sort of jump is going to come out of here. Alright, it's going to have to go into a system which automatically sorts it and says, okay, you're a piece of ore that Suffolkblue wants to smelt. So I'm going to send you to a pulverizer where you will be pulverized and go from there into a furnace where you'll go back into the system, back into the storage yard, and put into a right chest. That's no mean feat, but we can do it. It's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take a little bit of preparation. So I'm going to go away now and begin getting together all of the bits and bobs that I think I'm going to need to start this build off. I'm going to start building some of it in here, but I'm also going to do a tutorial piece, alright? Mainly to show you the pipe work, because the pipe work is actually quite elaborate to make all of this work, alright? But we'll get to that when we get to it. Right now, I'm going to go away and make myself prepared, get all the bits and bobs together, and I will see you in a moment. Be right back. And welcome back everybody. So what have we done? Well, the first part of any job really is to get the power sorted out, so we know where we're coming from. Power's coming from our steam room over here. It goes under the floor and currently branches out to this pulverizer and this redstone engine. That's the only place it goes. However, now we're going to run an extension cable all the way along here and all the way through here to this mess of wires here, which is where our primary pulverizing and redstone work is going to happen. And if we just check in here, power's coming through lovely and clearly. Beautiful. So let's just pop down our bits and bobs. So we've got them out of the way, and once they're there then. So this is a pulverizer, which is actually going to go on there. So let's do it this way around. We're going to have a furnace. Let me think about this. Yes, we're going to have a furnace there, furnace there. Going to have a pulverizer there, and another furnace there. So that really is the basis of our technology, and what you can see already, I'm starting to knock down walls. Took me an age to build it, but already we're knocking down walls because don't get stuck on the conveyor belt. There we go. So that we can actually hide all of this away anyway with paneling, so you'll never know it's there. But it's just a way of being able to power everything through here. Without actually having the cables above ground where anyone would see them. Alright, so those are in there. So the next thing is okay, how are we going to do this? So I want you to picture some of this in your mind. Alright, the stuff is going to come through here. Now, because of the way we've set up our item routers, the only stuff that's going to come through, no shiny stuff is going to come through, no diamonds, no emeralds, no nothing. That'll all go off to the house. No building materials will come through here, no cobblestone, no sand, no dirt, no gravel, no obsidian, etc. The only thing that I'm going to have coming through here will be ore, maybe silicon, but ore especially. Alright, all the fossil stuff, if I dig that out of the ground, I'm going to keep that in my inventory. That's not going to go in the minecart. And similarly, when the minions start doing their mining, they're not going to be doing it either. This light, by the way, is going to go because it's getting on my wick. Now, yes, so going to come out of the conveyor belt, hit this conveyor belt, they're going to travel up to this point here, and this is where we start to put in the sorting. Again, there's a last bit of sorting that I want to do here, because I don't want to pulverize, well, I do want to pulverize, but what I don't want to do, I don't want to redstone cook ferrous ore, because ferrous ore, you can use the dust for other things other than just turning them into ferrous ingots, which would mean I could do that, and then I would have to pulverize them again, or I could just keep them you know, all separate, which is what I'm going to do. So they're going to be handled separately. So we've got added a little bit of extra complexity in here as well. So this is the opaque item ducts, easy to make. Again, there'll be a tutorial which I'm going to do for these. Just pop that in there. So what we're going to do, actually, now I know what you're thinking. Why not? If I move that up there, that would go straight. Yes, it would. But it would also ruin what I want to achieve elsewhere. So I have thought about it. I promise. Let's turn this down. Let's put in our pneumatic servos, because we've already made some of those, so that we can control what we do here and here. Let's open it up, and turn it on. Awesome. So that's on. That hopper now will drop into there. But this is storage, remember. It can store five blocks or 5 sets, stacks of items. So it's storage as well. And that's going to go into, into there. The way I've set up the pulverizer, we've got blue on the top to receive. We've got our actual main outputs. Got them the wrong way round. I've got to go that way, and our special outputs, our special bits and bobs, are going to go that way. Have I got that the wrong way round? I have got that wrong way round. Can't remember which one goes where now. Yeah, that's got to be right, I think. Now, is this redstone? See, I've got to remember which one's which. Where's my other pulverizer? Is 2 special? Yellow is 1. Red is 2. Red is where we want this to be. Red is on this side, which will be going into 2 chests. How exciting. There and there. Now this one here is going to need to be gone, because, which was probably going to knock that off, isn't it? But I can't have that there, because if you have something which will block that chest opening, it ain't going to do it. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to use a carpenter's stair. Pop that in there. Oops, up. And up again, and then if we put that on there, will this go up now, or will it not? It should. Yes! Awesome. And this light is going to have to go. But if you look now, it should work. Oops, maybe I wasn't close enough. Have I got lag? Yes! So this now will open, so this will now work. So stuff from this pulverizer, all of the dusts will now go into here. Alright. Now, what can I do here? Well, I'm going to use hoppers. And I know everyone's like, why not using pipes? Primarily, again, there's some look and feel issues here as well, but also I want to be able to separate these out a little bit. So I'm just not using pipes for this particular part. These here are going to be stand-alone pulverizer and redstone energy. Alright, these aren't actually going to output anywhere. I'll have to put stuff in them, and I'll have to take stuff out of them. Alright, but I don't quite know why there's no power going through here unless we've run out of power. That would be frustrating. Looking particularly dull down there. Can't see anything. Let's have a little look. Have we run out of power already, or has the system just decided to stop? Get in. Oh no, there's power in here. Tons of power. I wonder why that's not connecting. Perhaps I've got to go and have a look at the connections under here. Oh, they're definitely connected. That's got some in it. That's got nothing in it at the moment, but they are all connected. And that one's right. Let me turn that off anyway. Off. 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 Excellent. I don't know why these aren't charging up at the moment, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's any particular reason. What we can do though, what we can do is we can at least turn off the bottom ones, because we don't need them outputting to anything. I've got a feeling this the lag and the power and stuff sometimes can be a bit funny with these, just a little bit funny. Now, how am I going to get the stuff out of here? Because the redstone stuff needs to go. The outputs for these need to go through some pipes and out. Now, at the moment, they're coming out. They're going to have to come out the back. So again, we're starting to knock down some walls, which I know is going to upset some people, but I'll be alright. And actually, we're going to go up here, I think. Because ultimately what I'm going to have happen... Okay, let me just finish. I'm not making any sense. I'm sorry, people. Let me start again. This light is getting in my way. So what's going to happen? Stuff's going to come up the conveyor belt. All the ores and everything will come up the conveyor belt. I don't want this stuff, ferrous, I don't want this to go into the hopper. So I'm going to say all of ferrous is going to go through red. Okay, and that means that ferrous is going to be completely isolated and is not going to go through this system. Alright, that's not going to go through this system at all. Let's put that onto orange. The rest of these can be turned off. Oops, let's spit that out. That can be turned off, apart from the top, which is receiving. Awesome. Okay. So, where's all the special stuff going? Well, the special stuff needs to go past the system. So sometimes you get multiple drops from a pulverized ore. So from iron you might get pulverized ferrous metal. From ferrous metal you might get shiny metal. Again, and I don't want these to be chewed up, let's say, by the furnaces. I don't want them cooked. I want them out of that system. Yeah. So in order to achieve that, I'm going to have these ones come out here to a different way. Now, where am I going? Once again, I need to make room for me pipes, because I don't want my pipes on view. So I'm going to use... Please don't let anything attack me. I'm going to use this as a way of getting my stuff. How high do I want to go? I want to go one more. Yeah, I do. I want to go one more into the very roof space itself. And if I run along here... So all the good stuff that I don't want to go through the processor. Have I got my pipes on me? Yes, I have. Let's say it's going to come out here. It's going to go into the wall socket. All the way up to there. All the way up to there. Alright, we can't go inside anymore. So to go down this way. So what I'm going to do, because if you can imagine... where's my these? Here we go. What we're going to do is that these here... 3, 4, 5 and a block for turning. Oops. These are going to have conveyor belts on them, yeah? So what I want to happen is I want there to be a hopper. I haven't got any more hoppers in me, but I want a hopper here so that stuff will drop out of the hopper onto the conveyor belt, bypassing the system, bypassing this part, and enter the storage system. The same will be true actually of these here as well. So once these things have been smelted, where do they go? Well, they're going to go around the pipes, and again I'm going to do a full pipe tutorial, so I don't want to focus too much on these, but just to talk about how I'm going to move these things around. If we've got pipes coming out of here, yeah, they're going to go up the back. We'll turn off any extra junctions we don't want, like that one. Back to me pipes, and away you. Turn off the ones we don't want. Go away. Go away. Go away. Lag on this is a little bit slow. It's going to happen. It'll happen. There we go. Up we go again. So we're heading upwards with this one. Where are we going? Well, we'll need to go back into the cavity of the wall. Let's just have a look at the space that we've got available for ourselves. I wonder if I can go... Perhaps I can go that route. I think we can. We might have to go past the cabling, but I'll work that out. But anyway, the items are also going to come out here and also be spat out on the top here, alright? I think what I'll do, it makes better sense if I go away and just build it. There will be a tutorial which I'm going to do separately to show you how all this pipework works. But essentially, when we come back, I will have hidden all this pipework away and we'll get on with the storage part of this, alright? Because I don't want to spend too long on this pipework, because as I say, there will be a tutorial. When we come back though, we'll focus on the storagey part and you'll see this in action, I promise. And this light, incidentally, is going to go. I promise. I will be right back. And welcome back everybody. So here we go. As you can see, actually if we go to the outside, I have had to make a few changes. These were smooth stone panels, they're now not. They're now bricks because you can't microblock on these panels, unfortunately. So that's just the way it goes. But as you can see, you wouldn't know necessarily that there was anything going on there. It's all hidden away, nice and smooth and beautiful, as if we've never been here. But inside we have this monstrosity of a machine. I've made a little feature of an exit hopper here. Again, putting a little bit of carpenter's wedge on there just to make it look a bit more machiney. And let me just show you. Let me show it in action. So if we take this is ferrous, alright, which we don't want to go through the system. Just spit a few bits and bobs on there. Whoops, probably knock off the edge. See, that completely ignores the whole thing, goes round, and we'll start going into our storage system, which will be in the centre of this room. But let's now take some copper. Okay, some copper ore. So here we go. Quite a bit there. That goes into the hopper at the top. That drops down straight into our pulverizer. That's now pulverizing up, and the output from the pulverizer is going to go straight into our redstone furnaces. Haven't even touched them, not even on. So right now we're pulverizing and cooking, and again it's now got to go through the system. We've put all those all that pipe work in to move it around. So the next thing we want to happen really is for that output from that redstone to start flowing, fingers and toes crossed that it will, from this hopper. And because this hopper is one block above a conveyor belt, it will drop out onto it. Alright, hopefully. Let's move my cursor out of the way. So right now it's going through the system, and there it is. Isn't that beautiful? So those ingots are now, and will now, if you can imagine, don't end there. It goes onto a little bit of a circuit, and we begin our storage system. Yeah. So completely automated, came in the system, went through the system, went out the system, and you wouldn't even know that the pipes existed. Completely hidden away. I don't think I've hidden these ones up quite yet. We can do that now while I'm sitting here, though. Open up. See, all of this, all of these pipes here. Oh, it's just a mess. But what we can do, again, I love microblocks. I think these revolutionised Minecraft for me completely, because now it allows me to do what I've always wanted to do, which is to build autonomous machines like this without actually anyone really knowing about all the gubbins that's in the back, yeah? And I just find that to be, for me, that's just beautiful. And look, you just wouldn't, no one knows. No one knows that there's a ton of pipe work in the back there doing a lot of work. From the front, you don't see any pipes sticking out. And from the inside, we get an awful lot of materials. So that's the smelting process. That's the automation process. Haven't got to touch anything. The next thing we need to come up with is a way of storing all of these. And the way I'm going to do this, again, is following the same principles as the other two storage areas we've done. So I don't want to sort of sit here and go through that with you as well, but we're going to make it look a bit special, a bit different. We're going to try and be a little bit, what's the phrase? Oh, and that light's gone. We're going to try and be a little bit efficient, I think is the phrase, with our storage area. We have got a lot of ingots coming in. Can I go back that way? I think I can. But we're going to fill up this whole area with storage. This isn't just going to be one end. Oh no. So we are going to have to revolutionise a little bit of the way we do stuff, because at the moment, I mean, there's going to be oops. This light will have to go. But we're going to go all the way across into this area as well. And that light, you're going to go. So as you can imagine, this whole room, the whole of this room, is going to be full of storage for ingots and everything. It's all going to be automated, and all I have to do is somehow remember to bring back this this conveyor belt all the way back, so it comes down here, bom, 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 to here. So if anything gets missed, it can go through the system again. Actually, I don't think I can do that, because that will have a problem. It will try and smelt it down again, which we don't want it to do. So it's going to have to come back in, probably here, and cut across here, which we can do. That's doable. That's not a biggie. That's not a big problem. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to do it again. There's going to be lots of tutorials on this, I think, is how I'm going to do this. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting here for hours watching me make all of this, which will be tedious for you to watch, but I will make it look very pretty, I promise. So when we come back, we will have all our storage in place, and then we're going to test it and see how it all works. Alright, so I will be right back. And welcome back, everybody. So what we've done is I've gone around and I've created a bit of a circuit, and I'm using some more item routers at the end there, which I'll come up to in a moment. But if we follow this along, so through here, drop off all the stuff that we want to be pulverized and redstoned, drop off ferrous ore as well. Come through here, reach the first one of these. Obviously this is where we start saying, okay, if you're iron, if you're aluminium, if you're tin, if you're copper, if you're, I don't know, whatever else you might be, come this way. And then we're going to start getting into our storage system. Now, I wanted to try and get sort of maximum storage for 2 squares-ish in size, okay? And I've sort of done quite well, I think. This is going to be our storage system, alright? So we've got a double chest, we've got another double chest, we've got 2 single chests, and 4 hoppers. 4 hoppers, count them. So what does that give us? Well, each double chest is 54, each single chest is 27, 4 hoppers with 5 spots is 20. If we add all that together, we get 182 item slots. And if we're using ingots, which are stacked at 64 as slot, I make that each one of these storage containers can hold 11,648 ingots. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So 11,648 ingots per slot. So if I had 2 for iron, then we're talking 23,000 ingots storage easy. Alright, so the next thing to do again, as you know, which I hate having things looking ugly, is we begin the process of just micro-blocking these round, so that we don't really... Actually, do I want to go down like that? I don't think I do. I'm going to do it differently. I think we want some vent-looking things, as if there's machinery behind here doing all the work. So we're going to use some of these. Come on, behave. I'm going to go right down the middle with these. Bottom? I don't think I'll use the bottom ones. We'll use these at the bottom. And these also look like supports, which is obviously holding up the rails above. Again, you know how much I like things to make structural sense. Put a bit of structural responsibility into these buildings and things that we build, that they don't just float or have some sort of magical power. There we go. And then that one and that one. So that's that. And then what I think we'll do is we can... I think we can come here. Going to stop there. Come down by 3 then. Alright. Same again. I mean, this is just micro blocking. Just, you know, nothing fancy here. It's all just micro blocking. These ones we can go there, there, and oops, there. Then what I think we'll use is a bit of wedge. We'll use a bit of wedge. Not there. That would be stupid. Does that go in the hopper? Does that go in the chest? Did I get that back? No, I got that back. Is it there? No. Got to be at the top then, surely. Yes! Like that. Then we grab one of our blocks. That looks a bit machiny. I like that. And then do the same along here. Hide it all away. Oh, did I just put that somewhere I shouldn't have done? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh no. Oh. Conveyor belts. Oy. Oh no! Oh my word! Being attacked by blasted... Oh. Oh. Get off. Get off. Fly. Fly, damn you. Right. Don't touch any more conveyor belts. I'll tell you, when we get onto pipes, it's just going to be a beautiful day. It's coming. Don't panic, people. It's coming. That can come down like that. Same again here. Oops. Got to do the old shift click. Like that. And then we're going to go like that. And then again, actually, what we could do, take a wedge. Not like that. Take a wedge. Like that. Oh, I like it. Take a cover. Like that. And that is our storage. I love that. Because that, to me, I look at that and I go, do you know what? That could just be a pillar. Doesn't even have to be a particularly great storage chest. Do you know what I mean? It's just a pillar. We can have we can put a sign on some of these so that we can see what's in them. But essentially, and if we just run a test, oh good gracious, what have we got? Have we got any iron? I don't think I have. I've got some iron ingots, but I haven't got anything to be able to. I wish I could put something along there, but I can't. If we go up to... Oh, please don't suck me into here. Please don't. Right, so let's pretend... I think I set this one up as iron. So if I do... that... Oh, no! No! Wrong things. Let's try that again. If we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think that works. It's going to go through the system. Spat out and go into this hopper here. And eventually... Thank you. Eventually, there you go, all into the bottom there. So this will fill up, and it will fill up from the bottom up. So as things start piling on the top, as we take out stuff in here, it will drop down to fill it up. So I'll only ever have to come to this chest to get hold of all of my iron or ingots or whichever one it is. So what I think I'm going to do, I think it looks really industrial, which is why I love it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do all of the rest of these. It's going to take an age, because we're going to come all the way over here and do the same thing. So these big old mechanical hoppers carrying all our ingots are all going to be here. Am I a bat at the moment? I am. Let's have a look, see what it looks like if I'm me and how easy this is going to be. Ah, easy. Plenty of room to get around. That's a bit tight, but I suppose, do you know what? Tough as a building, it's an industry, it's the way it works. Have another one, Nick. Can you hear that? We've got skeletons. We've got zombies in the water. Oh dear. To go outside and kill those in a second. But as you can see, this is going to start looking quite full, quite industrious, quite quickly. Have another one here, another one here, another one here. So there's 4 in a row. So what's 4 times 11,000? I don't know. 46,000 or so, give or take. 46,000 ingots stored in one half of this building. 1, 2, 3, 46,000 there. And we've also got this middle run where we could actually put some more in for each of the different types. I don't know whether we're going to need that much, but this is definitely going to be able to store all of our ingots and keep them quite ordered and quite safe. So I'm going to go on and do the rest of that, and then I'll show you the finished design. We're going to have to put some lights in here now because I've taken out those two big lights. You can see how I've cut it in as well. If I go up, I'm not now, I'm not a bat, but I've cut it into so it goes through here. So we haven't actually changed the structural way this works. We've just cut holes through it here. So it still has got a good feel to it. Still pretty structural. I like that. I think that looks like a proper, like a hopper sort of thing. Where is that spider? Where's my sword? Can't have this. I've got a spider getting in my face. Where are you? Oh, I see. You do a runner when I come out with a sword, don't you? Fair enough. Right, I'm going to get on and do the rest of those. You. Come on. Come here. An XP? Thank you. I'm going to get on and do the rest of those. So that they're all in, and then we'll test the system, and then moment of truth really, we'll go down to the mine, we'll fill up the mine cart with some shiny stuff, some ore and some building materials, we'll send it up, and then we'll see all of 3 of our areas, hopefully, all working at once, and that's going to be amazing. So I'm going to go and do that, and I shall be right back. Hello and welcome back. So here we are. I've got a confession to make. This is the following day. It took me so long to make all of this, including all the item routers and the hoppers and the chests. I mean, there's just so much gone into this, but storage for days. I mean, it's just enormous amounts of storage. Let me just show you around. I think this look and feel to start. Let me just start with the look and feel before we talk about the functionality. I love it. This to me is what a sort of foundry factory feeling is. You know, it's metal, it's heavy, it's dark, it's just, you know, I just wish I could have steam coming out of vents and stuff, because that's what it feels like it should have, really. We have got all our things listed up, so we've got two hoppers. That's what I'm calling these, actually, because they look a bit like hoppers with their little thing at the bottom. So we've got 2 hoppers for iron ingots, 1 for raw silicon. We also have an emergency overflow, and I'll come to that in a second for why that's there. We've got our ferrous ore. Remember, we're not pounding that, we're just keeping that as ore blocks. Pulverized ore, because we do get some pulverized ore, so if you pulverize copper, you have I think it's 5% chance or something of getting pulverized gold. So in here we have all our sort of different types of pulverized metals, and of course we could take those through and have those redstone furnace, smelted down. We've got our aluminium, we've got our tin, our copper, our lead, and then through to our emergency overflow. Let me take you through the top. Let me take off, if I can. There we go. Lots and lots and lots and lots of conveyor belts. And I really don't want to get caught on any of these. I've covered our hopper up now, so it looks... I don't know, again, I still like that look. It looks like it's about to, belch out a load of stuff, and it's really good. We've got our item hopper routers here, so... Again, I'm going to put a tutorial up, so I don't want to spend too long talking about these, but I'll do that in a separate tutorial. But they're all up, and they sort out all our different bits and bobs. There is our return flow. So if you can imagine, all the stuff's going to come through. This here will say, are you iron or raw silicon? If you are iron or raw silicon, I need you to go through this way, or down here, or down here. So this will equally split iron between these 2 hoppers, alright? It won't fill this one first and then fill that one. It'll fill them almost equally because it splits them in half. Excuse me. If you're raw silicon though, you're going to go all the way through here to this one and then fill up into this hopper here. Okay? Everything else is going to go out behind this router, and if I take you round the back... Whoops! No. Oh, I hate conveyor belts. I now have a phobia of conveyor belts. They get on my nerves. How can we get up here? Can we get up here? Yeah. So just here, the back here is that item router. You'll be spat out here, and you begin the long march round through the building here to this side. Where's the best way up for here? Gotta find a gap, because I have filled in so that I can't fly up and do this, because otherwise I have a propensity to get stuck. See? There we go, we're up. So here we go. This is the entrance point for this part of the room, so stuff will come in here. It'll say, if you're ferrous ore though, I want you to go this way. Up, up. Oh dear. So annoying. There, we're up. Excuse me. If you're ferrous ore, you're going to come out here. And you're going to go down there. Excuse me, that was wrong with my throat today. So all of the ferrous ore would go out down there and be stored into that central one there. Everything else goes on this long march around. So each of these have got their own particular ones. And should any of them get missed, or should they be full, then it'll spit down to this exit one here, which will send it out, and then down and through and round, all the way through, across our pulverized ore. So that's the most of the stuff that we'll get, but then equally it will go over our automatic. If it's still all full, it'll go round again. Now conveyor belts work very much like pipes. If anything is left in them for longer than 5 minutes, they despawn. So after 5 minutes it would clear itself out anyway. But I love this room. This room now has a purpose. It now has a feeling. It's industry. It is exactly what I wanted it to sort of be. It's quite claustrophobic, which I like. We've moved all the lights around so that we've got a bit of light. We can still get in our steam engine room, just. We are going to have to upgrade this very soon. Have I left that on? Did I leave that on? That's very odd. Something's gone a bit wrong there, I think. They're not supposed to be able to store RF, so I don't know why they're doing that. Something very wrong with redstone energy in this game. I don't know why. Anyway, let's test it. I think that's the most important thing now. You know what we're going to do? We've got a minecart already set up, but we're testing all of our different areas. Okay, so we've got some coal to go into our coal hopper. We've got some building materials to go into the building house. We've got some shinies to go under the house, and we've got some ore. So we're going to do this as a full test of all the areas, all at once. So this is it. This is it working. No more storage. No more conveyor belts would be great, but unfortunately I've got plans for using more conveyor belts soon, so I can't get away from them. Right, we're just going to come down here. I can hear lava. Definitely some lava. Look at all these. I need to turn these back into proper blocks. Right, so here it is. Get off the ground. Here it is. So in here we have... oh, we have some space. What have we got here? Tin and copper. What have we got on the walls? Got some coal, we'll take that. So here we go. We're doing exactly what we would be doing in real life, although we could use minions. We're not going to for the yet, but here we are, mining away. Dum dum dum. Imagine I'm talking to the camera about football or the Seattle Seahawks, or I'm talking nonsense about something that's happened in England recently. Oh, there's a lot of coal here. It's quite a rich vein. I don't normally get that much. Oh, there's more. Come on, we'll have you. You're good, I need you for the power for the steam engines now. Awesome, so we've got some more coal. Oh, we'll just take some copper as well. Oops. Oh, see, this lag. Now, I've checked to see whether it's like the conveyor belts. They will have an impact, but my system is really capable of running this, so there's no reason really why. And we were getting this before we'd even built anything, so there's definitely a little bit of lag. There we go, let's fill up that space. Loads of copper here as well, wow. Actually, I'll put a torch in there, have I got any? It's got mob spawner written all over it if I'm not careful. There we go. Excellent. So we go over to the old chest. Over it, and we go... let's put on some of that, some more coal, we've got 49 coal. Right, so that's full now, so let's get off the ground, let's get an empty hand. I did push that button. Oh man! Lag caught us out there. Come on. I'm going to win. Remember to watch for the dropper as we start to watch the items come through and see how they are handled. Over the top and out they go. We've got ores coming through first. So the ore goes straight through the middle, straight up and straight through. Although that's a bit of lag there. And if we go through here... oh! Up it goes into our hoppers and redstone engines. So here they are. Sorry, redstone furnaces, sorry. So here we go. Pulverizer pulverizing. Redstone furnacing. And then out the top. Oh, I tell you, I'm not very good at this whole flying business. Out the top. Eventually. Should come Come on, you can do it. Just gotta go through all the pipes. Yes! Out comes the copper. Now this is copper, so this is going to go through the backwards way. So you can see it's not coming through here at all. So let's go and have a little look. Lead. Can I get up here again? Oh, I can't get up this time. Let me up last time. Yeah! Woo! And there we go. Now see, that one, because of a bit of lag, probably caused by me actually, shot over the top of this. There might have been lag actually, but it was actually caught. But you can see all the copper's coming through here quite happily. Goes through all our item routers and then gets deposited in the hopper here. Alright. Haven't seen any pulverized stuff yet. Hopefully right on cue some will pop out. But it's going through all the system and merrily filling up these hoppers here. Again, the great thing is because oh, there's some pulverized gold coming through the system now. Because that's not lead, aluminium, tin, or copper, it's going to go right through the middle, right through the middle, right through the middle, and get spat out and begin its journey down towards the pulverized metal area over here, and it's going to end up in here. There. Awesome. And our copper is filling up nicely. Yeah. Through the system. That is pretty fantastic. I love it. So that's this working. Getting maximum ore. I wonder what's coming through now, because stuff have stopped coming through here. So what's coming through now? We've now got some... I don't know what that is. Oh, looks like it could be either tin or aluminium. Let's go and have a look. So there is lag coming through here at the moment. Yeah, it all came through at once. Does cause a lot of lag, I think, but I don't care. It works. It does the thing. Copper's still coming out of here. More copper coming in the system. I just love it. It's really industrial. I think it's fantastic. Again, there'll be a tutorial on all the piping. There'll be a tutorial on how I sort of set up this run. I mean, I'm not going to... Actually, I probably won't do a huge tutorial on the conveyor belt system, but essentially you create a circuit. The main thing is to have a start and an end, and make sure that it always comes through and starts again. So, you know, this is my start of the whole system, because it's beyond the furnaces here. And the end of the system, if you like, is this one, which is the sort of bit that comes down and says, okay, and... finish. So the start is here, the finish is here, and providing that the whole thing goes around in the circuit and meets itself back here, you should be able to fill up all your bits and bobs. And if I change my mind and say, actually, I don't want raw silicon in here, we're not getting enough of it, we're going to turn it into something, another metal or something else, then I can do that. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to change. It's not a big deal. We just change some of the rules in the item routers, and away we go. So pretty amazing. I love it. I love it a lot. In comes some more of our other metals. I don't know what they are. I think there's probably tin. Oh, there's some more gold going through. Gold dust. Brilliant. So that's this one working fine. Nothing else seems to be coming through there at the moment, although there's probably a load more. So we are getting a bit of lag as the system is working. Dirt now. So there we go. We've got some dirt going through the system. Let's go and quickly have a look. It is night time, but we'll risk it. Risk it for a biscuit. Look! Out it comes. There is our dirt. Trundling through our system. All the way around the edges. We'll find its place to be. It looks like it's this one. Marvellous. See? So auto sorting, auto storing. I don't have to do anything, and I could still be down the mine now, filling up that minecart for a second time. And this is still spinning. Can you see through the windows at the top here? Yes! Look, you can see the ingots going through. Yeah. Awesome. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. That's all we're going to do on that. We're not doing anything more on that. Obviously, we've also got the gold and silver stuff to go into the safe storage down here. I am really pleased. That sort of finishes the whole of that bit. Apart from, I suppose, you could argue, the very last thing I should do, just to finish all of this off, is grab ourselves some of our stone bricks. I think I might need another one of those, but we may not. We'll see. And let's go and close up the cargo area, yeah, where the trains come in, because we don't need to go down there anymore. That can be sealed off. We've got light sources down there, so nothing should spawn. That should be okay. So all this along here, and we can go pop, 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 and let's just do that. Done. Finished. Finito. No more. That is so good. I love the fact that that's finished. That saves... That will be an awesome addition. So there will be a tutorial coming. It's not yet. It'll come in the next couple of days because I've got to have a rest. I've done so much Minecraft. If you haven't already decided whether you want, or you haven't commented, I should say, whether you want a lumberyard next, or a lumberyard is looking to be built over here, so I've already cleared the trees, ready to start afresh and mapping this out of how I'm going to do a lumberyard. Or if you want some agriculture and we start to go over here and we do some of the piston-driven agriculture in this area, and in this area with some cornfields and stuff, and I have to remove this hill at some point, then leave a comment. Just tell me which one you'd prefer to see and I'll get on and do it. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for your support. Thanks for those that share on the videos, comment on the videos and stuff. I love it. I love making these things. If you want to see anything in more detail, then please do let me know. I know it can be difficult to think of new things in Minecraft, or see something made and say how did you do that. Yeah, so fantastic. I think what I'm going to do though, I'm going to have to, aren't I? Really? Oh, I know what I could do, idiot. I can go up here. I don't do anything of the sort. There. So this is it. This is our final part. Thanks very much, as I say, for watching. Thanks very much for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Really need to get the audience bigger. It would be great to get more of us involved. But I'll see you next time when we'll be either building a lumberyard or doing some piston-driven farms. Until then, see you later. Bye-bye.